quick 60-second demo about my Locum Manager and how you can benefit from all the features. So we'll start by going to the main hub of the system, the diary. And here you can see the My Account tab, and you can upload all your work documents to share them with practices here. You can e-sign so that all your pension forms will be electronically signed, and you can input all your pension data or your limited company data. So setting that up takes maybe a minute or two, but once it's done once, everything else will flow seamlessly. So the next thing is this My Diary here, which is this screen here. And here you can see how much money you're earning a month. You can click on the Get an Extra Month Free tab and refer your friends for extra free months of subscription. Now, when you're adding jobs, you just click on the calendar, or you can click on Add New Session. You can also block off here, block off days that you're not working. Now, you'll see I've got listed practices as well as non-clinical work that I'm doing. You can add any type of work on the system. When you're adding a practice for the first time, the system's really clever. So what it does is you can see it can separate work based on practices you're working for directly, any other types of work you're doing, maybe some shifts you book through an agency or online, and non-NHS work as well. So your accountant will have everything and all the source of income in one place. If you've worked through an agency and submitted a timesheet or an invoice, you can just add that onto the system without sending off a second invoice, so that all your data on My Locum Manager has everything in one place. Now, if I select practice here and go to proceed, My Locum Manager has a national database of every single practice. So as you all know, I work in Wandsworth, so it will list every single practice. That's the one of the ones that I work at. So I'll click that and add it to the system. So once you've added your practices, you can then start just adding your sessions into the diary, simply by just clicking, selecting the practice that you added, and here you put in the times of the session. You might be charging by an hourly rate or by a session rate, and you can just select whichever one it is. Some practices might say to you, look, we'll pay you £500 for the day, but that's going to be inclusive of your pension rate, in which case you would just tick this button and the system will automatically calculate how much of that fee is your earned fee and how much of that is your pension contribution. Your mileage is automatically calculated, and you can add extra expenses. So say you did an extra home visit or something like that, you can add that here as well. So you save it and it gets added to the calendar, and you can click and add as many jobs as you want. And remember, you can add all types of work. You can scroll to the bottom, and you'd only do this once. You click this button here and it will download the calendar onto your smartphone, so you know every single schedule and shift that you've got upcoming. Now, in the invoices section, every month, towards the end of the month, I sit down and I will select all the different sessions that I've done. So here, for example, I just click the orange plus button and I add it, and you'll see it's added here with my total. Now, if I'm pensioning, I attach a pension form A. That's here, and the eye icons here and the question mark can help you navigate the site if you've got any questions. You click the pension toggle and it will calculate what the practice paid to your pension, and you send the invoice, and the pension form will go along with it, all signed and populated for you. Now, once you've sent off all your invoices, what I tend to do is a few weeks later, I'll see who's paid me, and then I will mark those invoices as paid on the date that they've been paid. And that's important because then every month I do a pension form B. So if I go to pension forms, click on pension form B, I will, for example, if I'm pensioning for all the work I did in June and was paid for in June, I'll press June. And once I press June, it will create a pension form for me, which will be populated and have a number at the bottom, which is the total I've got to pay into my pension pot. Now, if you're in England, you'll then click this tab and it will take you through to Primary Care Support England to upload your forms and make the payment. For Scotland, Wales and Ireland, they're the other hyperlinks that you can use there. So as we come to the end of our quick 60-second bulletin, I'm just going to quickly show you on the reports and finances. You can download everything for your accountant by clicking on taxes, view your income and who hasn't paid you yet on this screen. And really importantly, I save the site as a web app on my phone, which you can just do by going on your smartphone and clicking add to home screen in your internet browser. And then I upload all my receipts and log all my expenses. If you go to the resources section on My Locum Manager, you can download an expense checklist, and a step-by-step guide to pensioning and starting as a locum GP, and it's a really good resource to help you navigate your way through the site, or you can obviously drop us an email.